Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back with another YouTube video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing Batman vs. Superman review. So, sorry if I feel this review feels a little bit rushed. It's because I actually filmed the whole review and I didn't realize my microphone wasn't turned on. So that's a big, huge problem for me there. But yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, Batman vs. Superman, DCU movie. Second one I'm reviewing in this road to reviewing the DCU. I will not be reviewing Zack Snyder's Justice League or Matt Shazam and also Man of Steel because I've already reviewed those previously, like a while before. So I'm not going to re-review them. I'm going to review the movies I haven't. So yeah, currently we're doing Batman vs Superman. Let's get into this. My overall thoughts on the movie is it has its positives and it has its negatives. Personally, I don't really. The negatives that kind of outshine this movie a lot. I know a lot of people have started to like this movie a lot more because of the Snyder Cut, and for me, it's kind of I like it a bit better. Like before, I would have made it much lower, but Snyder Cut kind of explained a little bit more, or elevated this movie a little bit more. So I was alright with it. Uh, but yeah, let's get into this. Let's start off with the positives here. It's set up good. It's set up really well for future movies. I thought it did a good job in terms of Zack Snyder does a really good job in terms of setting up future movies and stuff. I think that's the thing he does pretty well. Like he set up in the Snyder Cut, for example, he set up good. Like for a sequel, same with this. Like he set up the Justice League in here, especially with like the I don't know if you would call it classify as a cameo, but or yeah, there was technically a cameo with the Flash, but like when they were on cams and stuff, they were looking at like for example Cyborg and Aquaman and Flash. It was kind of setting it up, and we also got the introduction of Wonder Woman in it. So yeah, that was interesting as well. Uh, yeah. And then next up would be they had they had pretty good dialogue. Like I didn't think there was much unnecessary dialogue. Obviously, there was some cringe and laugh in it, like "Save Martha" and "Do you bleed?" I kind of laughed at that kind of stuff because I don't know. It was funny to me, but it's not supposed to be funny. But the acting was a bit cringe at times because of that. Uh, thought that was funny. Uh, yeah, so it was good dialogue. It wasn't that bad, and it wasn't excellent, but it was alright. Like there's a few memorable things like I just said, "Save Martha" and "Do you bleed?" That was pretty funny as well. The next thing's probably gonna be visual effects. Now I think these movies, or at least this movie in particular, does an awesome job in visual effects. I think it was really well done with the whole visual effects thing. Like Doomsday was really good. Same with the bat suit, the bat mech or whatever it's called. That was also really well done in terms of the explosion and everything. Really good. Really enjoyed that. Uh, yeah, just with that suit. That suit's probably a top five Batman suit. I really liked it. Uh, yeah, visual effects nailed it. The next thing would probably it's more of a half and half thing is the acting. Now the acting was poor at times, but it was good at times. Like Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot was really good. Uh, Henry Cavill's it's better now, but like it was much lower before. It wasn't too bad. Ben Affleck was an experienced actor, so it wasn't like he's been in big things before, so it wasn't like this is new for him like Henry Cavill kind of was. But one thing that I really was annoyed as well in terms of Ben Affleck's Batman is if you understand, Batman has a deep voice when he's in the bat suit and stuff, but like he doesn't change his voice, but he does like a darker tone of his voice when he's Batman to instill fear and stuff like that. So that's understandable. But that happens, and when Batman takes off his cowl, he's talking like Alfred in the Batcave or in Wayne Manor. I think Ben Affleck sometimes forgets to take that off and literally just talk normal. So I wasn't a huge fan of that as well. I thought that was kind of stupid. He still does the same stupid thing in the Snyder Cut as well, which I don't know. It's just I'm not a huge fan of that. Uh, yeah. Let's move on to the negatives now. First negative is the villains. Damn, were the villains bad. Disliked, I disliked Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I'm not a huge fan of him as Lex Luthor. Even with the Snyder Cut, I'm not a huge fan. Uh, then it's Doomsday, which, in all honesty, Doomsday was kind of stupidly put. He was like really badly put. Like in the comics and stuff, was if we're talking about comics, he obliterates the Justice League and stuff like that. And he was overpowered and stuff like that in the movie, but Doomsday is not General Zod. I don't know who else needs to hear this, but Doomsday is not General Zod. In the movie, they use General Zod's like body or something, or his DNA or something like that. That is not true. Doomsday came from the outer space. He did not come from some lab. So I want to make sure that's clear as well. Because Doomsday is not meant from a lab or anything like that. And another question is, why the hell was Batman fighting Doomsday in the first place? Like, Batman stands zero chance. Like, he would have to stay far away from him, which I found was stupid as well. But Zack Snyder ends up getting that, so it's not too bad. Uh, yeah, and the Doomsday was terrible, so yeah. And I didn't like how they put comic books in so many comic books as inspiration. Like, they should have made Doomsday saved him for later, to be honest with you guys. I think that was a bit rushed. Like, that shouldn't have happened that like that. It should have been, you should have waited a bit till like down the line, like a few years later. I would have much rather see that when we get an established Justice League, because if you remember, Doomsday literally obliterates the Justice League. That's the point of that. And Superman ends up sacrificing himself to help the Earth and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one thing as well. Uh, next one is gonna be, I didn't like how the whole fight went. Like, I dislike the way the fight went. I mean, I liked the fight, but I didn't know how it ended up. Like, I would have like if I was doing this, I would do like Batman versus Superman fighting each other, whatever, and then they end up realizing Lex Luthor's kind of behind this, so they go get him, and that's it. Like, I wouldn't have added Doomsday at all. I think it should have been just the two of them fighting each other till like they're both almost dead or something like that, and then realizing that happened. So yeah, that's another thing as well. I don't know if it was a Warner Brothers decision or if it was Zack Snyder himself who was like, just let's let's not put them fighting each other. Let's add in Doomsday. Why not? Because that could have been Warner Brothers. I have no clue. But yeah, that's another negative for me. I didn't. It just the movie kind of felt all over the place. Just in terms of the way they were doing stuff in that, and like the story wasn't too well put. In all honesty, like Lex Luthor felt like an all over the place character. Same with like all these characters in here. Uh, yeah, just not like didn't really like that. And the movie felt a bit rushed when it came to characters. Uh, it's alright for Wonder Woman, I guess, because we did end up getting a movie from her, so it wasn't too bad. And we got Superman, we got his movie before, so it wasn't too bad for him either. But when it came to Lex Luthor, Batman, terrible character development. It gave barely any backstory other than the fact that Batman was crime fighting for 20 years. And we know definitely stuff is going to be happening during that. But I would have loved it more if they could explain exactly what was going on here. And I guess Zack Snyder was trying to put it in his own Batman Ben Affleck solo movie, but like then again, like he should have put something in here because I felt like Batman, there was so much rush. Things are not included at all. Like I don't know why you have to include the Dick Grayson thing, or even just yeah, like the Dick Grayson thing for example. Uh, he really didn't need to do that as well. And yeah, that's just something else with him. Like, or what happened to Wayne Manor too? That's really stupid as well. I don't understand that. Uh, yeah, not a huge. Just his characters felt very rushed, at least when it came to Batman, at least. But oh well. But yeah, I would say my final rating. I would give it 6.5 out of 10. Not a huge fan of this movie. It's likable, but not a huge fan. But anyways, comment down below what do you guys think about this movie. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.